We begin with a major development tonight in the case against one of the men who set a Salt Lake City police car on fire during the 2020 riots. A federal judge let him walk out of court today.
Larry Williams was sentenced to home detention for a couple of years. News specialist Dan Rascone was in the courtroom. He joins us live tonight. Dan, this is much different than the others who committed essentially the same crime.
Yeah, it really is here, Mike. Those others who committed this same crime, basically, they got a year or more behind bars. Not Larry Williams. He found some mercy there from the judge in his spotless record, in his sorrow, and also his military service.
He said he let society down, civilians, law enforcement. He let military down. He let his family down.
Larry Williams walking out of the federal courthouse after an extreme act of mercy from a judge. No jail time and no prison time. For doing this, setting a Salt Lake City police car on fire on March 30th, 2020, during the riots that broke out after the death of George Floyd by a police officer. Instead, Williams will be confined to his home for 2 years under supervision. His attorney believes it's a fair sentence.
The impact that it's had on his life forever in a whole variety of ways are consequences that are as severe as anyone would really need to suffer.
Williams was an airman first class at Hill Air Force Base. He was identified through this gas mask that he wore when he took a combustible fabric and threw it into the patrol car, setting it on fire. He was wanted along with 4 other men for an act of terrorism. The other men all got a year or more behind bars. The judge says Williams' impeccable, spotless record, his service to his country, and his sorrow all played a role in not getting any jail time.
You know, sentencing considers both the offense conduct, but also the personal characteristics. Larry Williams is a young man who, has seen and suffered the effects of racism and was moved and made a big mistake under the passion of a moment, never shied away from the responsibility for that, and is just, as you heard, he's just a young man who's never been in trouble and never will be again.
Hill was basically kicked out of the military. He cannot serve in the military again. As far as his home detention there, he can leave for work, medical and religious services. Prosecutors did not make a comment after the hearing.